Veritas. SCP Files. Episode 80. Promise. We're trapped.
But alive.
For now, it can tear the door off those hinges with ease.
I need you to focus. Give me a timeline every time you've heard about the squid. Ignore it all. Focus on me. We're safe right now. It isn't here. I really need you to think. When did you first hear about the squid?
When it was first transferred here. You and Niall were busy with containment. Niall sent me a report to read, written by a researcher from its former site.
When was that?
It's hard to think.
Was it before or after it went dormant?
Before. I think I caused its dormancy, Mary.
I think so too. And with how suddenly it's active again.
You think I caused this?
I think you can stop it.
I didn't mean to. I never wanted...
I know. It's not your fault. It's your ability. And if they bothered to tell us, we would have been able to manage it and keep this from happening. Focus. The last time you heard about the squid was from me, right? When I told you it had gone dormant?
Yes.
And since then, you waited for me in the tunnels. We broke into Miranda's office. We read about your situation, and Seth found us.
What are you doing?
Trying to understand. To trace a cause. Maybe it was triggered by your stress or fear.
Mary, I'm terrified. Do you think that's what's feeding it? Like I'm some kind of conduit?
It's impossible to say. But we do know what calms it down.
A report.
Exactly. There will be some in the database, older ones, from when they were first discovered and took over their original site. Find one and read it. If your power works the way Miranda's files said, it should drain the energy and stabilize the squid.
That's only a theory. We have no idea what'll actually happen. What if I trigger something worse?
I don't think it can get worse out there. We don't have the luxury of gentle testing, Scott. This is a trial by fire, or death. Stay put, find a report, and read.
Mary? Where are you going?
To do what I was trained to do. Protect people.
You could die.
Any of us could, at any moment. But I'd rather die facing the threat, knowing I did what I could to stop it. Read, and don't leave this room until Seth or I return.
Okay, a report. Incident report 7566-02. Second known incident report related to SCP-7566, colloquially known as the Door Squid. Object class, Pending further investigation. Risk assessment level high. Reported by Containment Specialist Dr. Callum Reeves. Report made June 5th, 1976. They're going to have to burn Area 12 to the ground to keep the squids from spreading. Nothing short of disintegrating the entire underground structure, turning it all to ash, will stop them now. I've seen how quickly they breed, how fast they grow, claim new territory. They're an unstoppable force, and anyone who doesn't move fast enough will be crushed. We knew one had gotten loose. We knew she was pregnant, and that the creatures spotted on the lower levels were her offspring. But to hit us on floor 40? 20 floors above where they were last seen? The usual methods of sealing bulkheads and herding them into quarantined corridors, those aren't going to work. It was 02:17 hours when they took the first of us. I remember the big clock above the door, blinking red, as we sat through the night shift. We were joking, refilling our coffee every half hour, counting down the minutes until relief. We lounged in the meeting room, swapping notes about the squid's speed, possible materials for cage walls, what weapons might work if containment failed. It was so sudden, the slamming against the door. The whole frame shuddered, sending ripples through the walls. You'd think I'd remember the way it burst inward, shattering and sending jagged splinters flying in all directions. Or the tentacles snaking through, wrapping around Dr. Saunders's arm, crushing her hand. You'd think I'd remember the sound, the crunch of bone, and her scream cut short as she was yanked out of the room, followed by that tearing, wet ripping. But no. Somehow, what I remember most is her coffee mug. It fell from her hand, tumbling end over end before hitting the floor. The coffee splashed in an arc across the carpet and soaked in, leaving a dark stain. I remember thinking that stain would take ages to clean. That's when someone grabbed me, dragging me backwards and away from the tentacles. I don't know who it was, but they saved my life, jolted me out of that trance just long enough to crawl to the back wall. How stupidly we've designed these sites. Have you noticed? Most rooms have only one door, one way in or out. For an organization that cages monsters, you'd think we'd value escape routes. But no, there's very little escape here. A part of me wonders if that's by design. Each person trapped inside has a chance, however small, to overpower and recontain it. If you can't run, all you can do is fight. I wasn't the only one thinking it. As the squid's head appeared in the doorway, tentacles latching to the walls, dragging that translucent bulk into the room, we all realized the same thing at once. It was time to fight back. I grabbed a shard of the shattered mug, a pathetic excuse for a weapon. The man beside me hefted the leg of a chair. Someone else ripped the coffee machine from its base. And we rushed it. All of us. Together. I buried my mug shard into something soft and felt the squid recoil at my strike. It shrieked, an inhuman sound so high-pitched it rattled the walls, so severely it burst several lights overhead. A shower of broken glass rained down onto my hair. The room went dark, except for the red glow of the emergency clock, and in that dim light, I saw it slide back through the door frame, dragging a severed arm clutched tight in its tentacle. We knew we couldn't stay. The hallway outside was quiet, and we knew that thing would likely come back. The 5 of us who were left ran. I wondered where the alarms were, why it was so quiet. There were cameras everywhere. Why hadn't someone warned us? Or started an alarm once they saw we'd been attacked? We got 2 hallways towards the stairs before we reached the odd one. The corridor was lined with doors on both sides of the hall. They were everywhere, unevenly spaced, but each one entirely identical. We stopped at the junction, heads whipping back and forth to make sure nothing had followed us, and argued in whispers about which route was clear. Until at last, Dr. Klein pointed to one of the doors ahead. That one leads to the stairwell, he said. He sounded shaken, and I wondered if he was confident in his memory, or if he just wanted us to keep moving no matter what. He reached for the handle. There was a wet, sucking sound, a suction cup releasing its grasp on the metal held before it. A fragment of the door slid down like a misaligned puzzle piece, and from the space behind the fake door shot out a tri-clawed prehensile tongue and speared him through the neck. His eyes rolled and blinked once before the thing pulled him back, dropping the remaining pieces of the metal and enveloping him in a mass of writhing arms, each one wrapping around his body, 1,000 suckers latching on to tear him apart. We shot back to the safety of our corridor intersection and stared at each other, wide-eyed. Nobody moved for a full minute. Then Security Officer Miles whispered, "They are the doors." After that, we stopped touching anything and everything. We kept our backs to whichever wall opposed the nearest door, shuffling sideways, one slow step at a time. Every creak of our boots sounded like gunfire in the silence. Our heartbeats were a marching drum. Some of the doors began to knock. Soft at first, then harder, incessant. We did not approach. We didn't even look. We kept moving, pressed so tight against the wall that my shoulder blades bruised. When we finally reached the true stairwell, marked overhead by emergency signs we were pretty sure they hadn't touched, I didn't breathe until the real door shut behind us. The wet sounds of slithering came from above and below, but muted. They were not here. There were no doors for them here, aside from the ones that belonged on each landing, looking out into chaos and carnage. Nobody came for us, because nobody was left who wasn't weathering the attack. They're smart. Hit all floors simultaneously. Sometimes, at night, I hear knocking in my apartment. Not loud, just a soft, polite tap, tap, tap. I never open it, never check to see who is there. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I should, just in case it's someone I left behind. Mary? Mary? Merriweather! Mary! Mary!
Officer Anderson, I told you to stay put in your office.
Have you seen Mary?
You need to go back, Scott. The thing's dead. Containment's resecured. It'll all be over soon.
Not without Merriweather.
He saved a lot of people, Scott.
Where is he?
D-class, researchers. It didn't matter to him who they were or what rank they held. He was clearing hallways, testing doors himself so the others would know which were safe. And he found one that wasn't.
Seth, please.
Over here.
Mary!
Thought I told you to stay put.
Seth says you're a hero. Saved a lot of people.
You're the one who saved the site. It stopped. It stopped moving. Let them kill it.
I caused this.
Stop that. Miranda caused it. Her meddling. Her secrets. Listen to me. You have to promise me something. Don't tell anyone about the tunnels. About what I found in there. Not until you know who to trust. Niall, he can't know that I went in there. He shouldn't know.
I won't breathe a word.
And Scott, get him out. Get Niall out. Whatever happens, don't let the Foundation keep him here. He has to get free of all this.
I'm not sure I can even get myself out.
Promise me.
I promise.
Keep reading. Keep using that power. Whatever you are, use it for good. Don't let them corrupt it.
Why hasn't a medic seen to you?
Too many. There's too many of us hurt. I really tried, Scott.
You succeeded. There's dozens of people behind safe doors who owe you their lives.
Then repay it. Don't tell Miranda.
I won't. Rest, Merriweather. You did us all proud. I'll see to the others. Stay here with him, Scott.
Scott.
I'm here, Mary. I'm right here.
The tunnels.
The tunnels? What about them?
I promised him.
Who?
Damien.
Damien? Mary? Mary? Mary?
Vault Veritas SCP Files is a podcast inspired by the SCP Foundation. It is written and edited by Leola Angel. Season 3 will be released starting on March 11th of 2026. Season 2 featured Justin Gellner as Scott Anderson, D.R. Thompson as Niall Connors, Cody W. as Merriweather Parker, Mintaka Angel as Miranda Sterling, Matthew Findison as Seth Orson, Ethan Feigl as Damien, Leola Angel as River Frey, Eliza Carangelo as Laura the Lynx, Arson Carangelo as Ophelia Owens, Linda Angel as the Oniri Collective, and Rick Angel as Dylan from Are We Cool Yet? We welcome comments. Please rate and review us, email us at vaultveritas@gmail.com, join our Discord channel using the link in the episode description, or for additional content, visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate everyone who's been around helping us tell our story from our little slice of the SCP universe.